Charleston White has made a major name for himself as the enemy of gangster rap. In recent years, the controversial activist has made it his mission to alert the world to the dangers of this culture, as well as celebrating the downfalls of these rappers when even the gravest fates befall them. And while a 154-pound man in his late 40s likely seems to be the one who would end up being the victim when tangling with some of hip-hop's biggest stars, his outrageous way of words and lack of compassion for their hardships means that they're the ones who usually end up taking the L. Although he's known as a youth advocate and public speaker who spent his adult life trying to get kids off of the streets, it was his disdain for gangster rappers that really put Charleston White in the public eye. It's your boy Louaista, and it's time to break down the times where Charleston White destroyed street rappers. And if you had to pinpoint what particular disrespect of an artist's name made him famous, it was most definitely King Von's.
Fuck you, nigga, and fuck your hood in Chicago, and everything King Von stand for. Stomp on his head, King Von dead. King Von. King Von. O Block. Now I'm beefing with the O Block now, nigga. King Von. You bitch niggas ain't gonna do nothing. Man, I'll King Von right now. Piss on his grave. Shit in him. Fuck King.
In the wake of Von's death in a shooting at a hookah lounge in Atlanta, Chicago's O Block mourned his loss while his enemies celebrated. His killing has caused so much outrage in Chicago that no funeral homes in the city even wanted to take his body for fear of further bloodshed at the service.
I seen his people talking on the video. They said no funeral home would take his body. And they said the one that did take his body told them that if they took it, they would have to do the funeral the very next day. On some real shit.
Meanwhile, Charleston, who was developing the infamous Rat Williams character that he's best known for today, started dissing Von every time there was a mic in front of his face.
1, 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. King Von all over again.
Okay, I'm glad you feel that way. Okay, I'm glad you feel that way.
1,
now check this out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. King Von mama all over again.
Oh, okay, mama too.
There's hundreds, if not thousands of clips similar to this one, where Charleston White can be heard absolutely throwing dirt on a deceased man who was known to be extremely well respected in the streets. Because Von was known to have murdered people, Charleston insisted that he deserved no sympathy and couldn't understand why he was praised so much by the hip-hop community.
King Von was known to be a killer, a man who killed black people, a man who was accused of killing a black girl. He's celebrated, right? You got celebrities who take pictures in front of his mural. What about his victims' family? What about the people he's been accused of? Why don't y'all ever speak for them?
This caused a massive stir, with a lot of people gravitating towards Charleston for his unfiltered opinions and stance against gangster culture's glorification. Charleston really be spot on. Makes you wonder how far we've come as people to idolize a young man or anybody calling themselves a demon. Over the years, many people, ranging from streamers to gangbangers, have tried to check Charleston for his unwavering hatred for the man he sees as a demon, but he refuses to ever back down.
In my opinion, King Von was a great rapper, made great music. You know, R.I.P. to King Von.
Or what about all the victims that the FBI have evidence and reports that he did kill? What about those victims, their families, to hear you say that? What about their families? The only reason King Von got out of jail because all the witnesses in the murder case came up dead. And black people honor him for killing people.
Well,
he's known for, listen to me, he's known for killing people. He's not known for rapping. He's known for killing people.
Not true. I knew Von because he was a rapper and he was a good rapper, bro.
No, listen.
Yes, bro.
You know him for that. But the rest of the world know him for killing. The FBI just put out documentation that he's a serial killer because he killed so many people. So, fuck King Von.
Hey! Don't smile, bro. You can't just say that with a smile, bro.
I say it with a smile because he was a demon.
Today, Charleston is still as unwavering now in his critique of Von as he was when he first came onto the scene. But he does admit that his hatred of Von, which was fueled in part by his disgust of how O Block and King Von continually mocked the death of a 15-year-old named Tuka, is what helps give him a major platform in the first place.
Tuka was, because that's what led to me ultimately saying King Von. He was a killer, nigga. He killed people. So my nigga killed why y'all mad. Nigga, he killed. Nigga, we watched him go hand out money according to the FBI.
to put on FBG, Duckhead. Y'all still go ride with him? Y'all still go ride with him? Nigga, I hate to hear that song when he say the day Tuka died. Y'all still ain't gonna apologize to Miss Tuka, my nigga.
They the ones who's making him famous and blowing him up like this because they can't stop saying his fucking name. One rapper here, some rapper said it, and now he go wanna say it. You don't even know my son.
So do King Von get all the light, this demon? My mother told me, son, there's gonna come a time when not just black people, but people are gonna look at right and say right is wrong, and look at wrong and say wrong is right. Is this that time? No celebrity gonna come out and condemn King Von. Fuck them niggas, my nigga. Fuck the niggas who are riding with him. This nigga is a documented killer, and he ain't killed nobody but us.
Because of everything he said, it's probably no surprise that Von's loved ones have a major issue with Charleston. This has led his sister to come at him over the years, while White has kept poking at them with comments and apparent plans to film a documentary with Von's alleged killer, Lil Tim, after they met up for a photo op. In a now deleted IG post, Charleston wrote, "I told y'all I was making it my business to lock in with nephew, at Lil Tim, the Demon Slayer. Documentary coming soon, stay tuned." Shortly after, Charleston even started targeting King Von's mother. "Dear King Von's mother, I actually met this great young king and shook the hand that pulled the trigger to slump and hump King Von. My life has been blessed with abundance ever since that day I connected with the Demon Slayer. I love and honor this young man right here. He is a hero to the nation. We smoke in on that Von pack tonight. Thank God for at Lil Tim." With all of these jabs towards their deceased loved ones and even those left to mourn his loss, it's no surprise that King Von's family were ready to take on Charleston at a moment's notice. His sister, Kayla B, even claimed that he would have caught a fade recently if it weren't for the cops, since Charleston White is known to be one of the most infamous snitches in the game, who works and has worked directly with the police on multiple occasions. I mean, bro even straight up told on a rolling 50 Crip one time.
Yes, my name is Charleston White. I'm a victim of a crime by a guy of a rolling 50 Crip. They call him 55 Street Crip, baby OG baby snaps. He got a cell phone in prison and he's making threats to victims via social media. He's recording threatening videos that's very terrifying.
But when it came time to responding to Von's sister, Charleston let it be known that if there was a confrontation between them, he really wouldn't hesitate to handle it the only way he knows how.
I went to 7 strip club last night. There wasn't no police around. King Von's sister wasn't ready to go meet Von. And nigga, they were gonna be hugging and rubbing their elbows together. Had that little girl hit me. Yeah. Bitch hit me, I turned into my hand turned bisexual. Bitch, she pow. Had my wife daughter slapped me. I knocked her head off her shoulder.
In the past few years, Charleston has gained a lot of fame and fortune from beefing with Chicago artists. Some, like 600 Breezy, have stepped in to defend King Von when he could no longer do so himself. But it didn't necessarily end with sunshine and rainbows. Formerly a GD, 600 Breezy is a black disciple of the 600 faction who has survived being shot 6 times. Bro is a different breed. Although they were from different sets and neighborhoods, Breezy had an alliance with King Von before he passed.
With that, like Von came on our block a lot. Like he was around 600. Like he was close to 600s. He said in his music, he's 600, he's 600, free bite down, all that shit, you know?
Due to his love for King Von, Breezy felt like he had to check Charleston when they came in contact with each other. In a video posted by DJ Academics, Charleston was seen confronted by 600 Breezy, and this led to a heated confrontation where White boldly stood his ground.
I don't want to understand. I done said what I said. I don't want to understand. I done said what I said. I don't want to understand. Quit talking to me then. Let me keep entertaining.
In the aftermath of this incident, people praised Charleston for not flinching in the face of the gangsters. He kept the same energy and no one died. This is a win for the culture, we just don't know it yet. Stood his ground and I respect him. According to Charleston, the reason the whole thing came together was because he was attending a premiere for a movie that 600 Breezy was in. He claims he had no prior knowledge that anything like that would go down, but when it did, he made it known that it wasn't a gimmick.
It was staged for that to happen. Yeah, they set that up, but they didn't know how I was gonna respond, right? It was supposed to be a setup to make it look good for Breezy, but they don't know I'm really who I am. They think I'm a nigga just talking, homie. They don't really know I really stand on this shit.
600 Breezy's side of the story is a little different. According to him, he didn't know who Charleston was prior to him entering the house that night.
Man, I shook this nigga hand and everything, bro. Walk in the crib, a nigga tell me, "Oh, there 600, you don't know who that is?" I'm like, hell no. Say, man, you might want to look, that nigga's name Charleston. This is right, Charleston. Put in, pop up Charleston White, King Von. Now look, I stand on the porch. He in the crib now. In the crib, I'm standing on the porch for like 20 minutes watching the interview where he's saying Von the devil was some weird shit. That's the only thing I seen at this point now. Yeah. So now I just go
while he's in the house on the porch is crazy.
Bro, so I walk in the crib, bro. How that whole setting is. Go in there, walk around the table, feel me, bust down my wood and shit. Now I'm like, hey, what you got against Chicago niggas, bro? That nigga looked at me, sized me up, said, man, I ain't never met a Chicago nigga in my life. I said, well, you is right now, and I'm BD, and I'm Von homie, so what's that shit you be?
Over the course of the conversation, things escalated to the point that Breezy basically threatened him and said that in any other scenario, things could have gone left.
Well, I'm telling them like, hold on, because now he getting too animated from me. I'm trying to talk nice with you and tell you like, you know, you need to stop doing that shit that you're doing. I'm telling you as a man, like, you saying you ain't never met nobody from Chicago, the shit you talking about is disrespectful. These people that we love, this shit that we really going through, and you don't understand us. So why the fuck you just ain't try to sit down with somebody and understand us type shit? But he getting, you know, like, he got an audience and shit. I'm in a room full of respectable older guys too. So it's like, and then Parkway now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm trying to really be cool, but now he doing too much. It came to the point that where they had to, all right, and make him leave, and I got up out of that type shit, because it was like, now I'm finna come around the table. Got to the point that where I told him like, all right, if I, look, you with these people right here, and I respect them, if I catch you outside of this setting, I'm gonna do something to one of y'all. You do Barry, whatever, because you think this shit a joke, bro.
After it got heated, 600 Breezy alleged that he saw him the very next day, and in a conversation they had on the red carpet, Charleston admitted that the whole thing was an act.
But that shit he be doing on them interviews and shit, Charleston not like that, bro. That's not Charleston, bro. That is really a character. That's an actor, bro. Other than that, outside of that man don't be doing that shit, bro. What I seen that weekend in Jackson, Mississippi, bro, that's not Charleston White, bro. That's a straight character.
600 Breezy might have gotten lucky, particularly when considering he was just out of the penitentiary when this all went down. Because as Charleston has proven with other rappers, including other Chicago artists, he won't hesitate to speak to the authorities even if he was the one who provoked you first. This is pretty much how it went down when Charleston White got into an altercation with Chicago GD member and rapper King Yella. In an Instagram live video, Charleston critiqued King Yella for his move onto YouTube, where he gave interviews about his criminal past, but he made it way too personal when he decided to bring Yella's child into it.
My wife was talking about King Yella. She said, why he rocking like that in that corner with all that scribbly stuff on his face? I said, that's a dope fiend, baby. His mama was a crack addict, baby. And he got an ugly daughter. Yeah, he got an ugly yellow daughter. Yo, yellow ass nigga in the corner rocking like a motherfucker with scribbly scrabbly. I bet the PTA people don't take him serious at the schoolhouse. I bet when he go up to the schoolhouse, try to talk to them teachers about something at his school, they don't take him serious looking at his daughter, then looking at him with them scribbly scrabbly shit on his face.
As word spread of his insults towards his offspring, King Yella didn't mince his words online, and let Charleston know that next time he slid through Nevada, where Yella now lives, he was going to be in jeopardy.
Nah, it's cool to make videos about me, but when your bitch ass play with my children, my daughter, on GLD, you do all that shit you talk about like it's for the youth. What you talking about a 3-year-old child though? You goofy mark ass clown. You and your ugly ass dog rat looking ass wife, big ass nigga. So since you wanna do all that on GLD, I'm not 600 Breezy, you police ass nigga. I heard you gonna be in Vegas soon. I hope you come with the police. Cause if I find out where you're gonna be at on my mama, on my kids, I'm gonna, you see these? You see this? I'm gonna put this motherfucker all on your face. I'm gonna smack you like a bitch.
That could easily be seen as a direct threat, and Yella's fans felt like he was being lured into a trap. Damn, Yella, be careful. I think he is trying to set you up for real by talking about your daughter. He is trying to trick you out of your position. And considering what happened next, they might have been right. In a classic example of throwing a stone and hiding your hand, Charleston responded to Yella's harsh words by trying to contact his parole officer.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to locate the probation officer of a well-known gang member based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I think he's from Chicago, but he's on probation in Las Vegas. So I get a lot of threats from the gang members. There's one in particular by the name of King Yella that I was told he's on probation out of Las Vegas, but he's a well-known, influential, powerful Chicago gang leader. And he's making threats online about when I come to Las Vegas. Now, I come to Las Vegas a lot. I travel with family, and I get booked for shows in Las Vegas. And this guy has went on a major platform and made terroristic threats and said that he's going to bring physically and bodily harm to me when I come to Las Vegas. And so I wanted to notify his probation or his parole officer that this guy is so free-willing and saying that he's going to break the law and cause physically harm to the individual.
Apparently, Charleston wasn't performing any kind of skit there and was really on the phone with Yella's probation officer. But it turned out that in this case, White's reputation preceded him and not in a positive way.
But my PO was cool, man. He tried to play like he was. My PO didn't like Charleston White. He hate him because the disrespect, all the shit that he do. Yeah. He don't like him. He felt like he a bully. Then he saw him disrespect my daughter. It was definitely my PO get that. I don't give a fuck.
Still, Charleston has refused to ever retract the disrespect towards Yella's family. In fact, he thinks it's evidence of a strange double standard in most people's mindsets, where what he said was somehow worse than smoking on dead ops on records.
How can people be so offended by me calling his living daughter, who didn't hear me say a living, ugly little bitch, but they so okay with Tuka being disrespected? Tuka was a kid. They so listen, homie. There was a 1-month-old baby shot in the head in Chicago. How can we be so offended by motherfuckers saying that ugly little bitch? But we watch kids die by the hands of these gangbangers year after year, homie, and we never be that offended.
Charleston's words really get under people's skin. It doesn't matter if he's taking aim at them specifically or dissing their families. Even rappers who have been famous a lot longer than this former gang member and proud Texan can get in their feelings about it. And sometimes things go a little too far. Just look at what happened when Soulja Boy got in his feelings about Charleston's comments about him. Although he's been famous since he was 15 years of age with his platinum-selling hit Crank That, Soulja has formed a strange habit of talking about his gangster credentials in recent years. More specifically, a member of the Fruit Town Pyrus. Because he's from Atlanta, this isn't a claim that most people take particularly seriously. Not least of all, Charleston White. During one of his infamous interviews with Sean Cotton, Charleston decided to remind him that he wasn't a gangster whatsoever.
I want to remind Soulja Boy, you ain't got no motherfucking ops, nigga. And watch them you. Remember you was on your tiptoes, nigga. Remember you was a tiptoeing nigga ass nigga. Yeah, nigga, you ain't got no motherfucking ops, nigga. Nothing about you was street. Let's go back over your career, nigga. You got rap rivalries. You ain't got no opposition, nigga. And we all know you were paying for protection, cause you can't go be no blood how you were doing without paying them niggas.
Over the years, Soulja Boy has had plenty of viral moments of his own. So people were excited at the prospect of a showdown between these two. If Soulja responds, "It's over, we gon' watch the funniest back and forth known to man." Well, disappointingly, Soulja opted to skip the online back and forth that fans hoped for in favor of attempting to confront him at Rolling Loud Miami. Along with his crew, Soulja went up to Charleston and demanded that he apologize for the comments or there would be consequences. But what he didn't know is that Charleston is well equipped with an arsenal of lethal and non-lethal weapons. Thankfully this time, Charleston chose non-lethal. And Soulja was completely unaware that he had pepper spray in his hand, which he didn't hesitate to let fly. Later, he hopped on live and went on to brag about the whole altercation.
They don't know if they had been tased. They didn't know what had happened to their motherfucking ass. Whole time, just for goodness sake. Hey, I hit they motherfucking ass one more time, just for goodness sake. Hey, that nigga Soulja Boy said. Man, you man. That nigga say, bro, you maced me? Yeah, nigga.
Hey, I say, yeah, nigga. That nigga said, I don't know what 12 nigga want to talk. I don't know you nigga want to talk. Ain't no, next time you nigga better holler with a bullhorn, you better use the police bullhorn and say, hey, we want to talk. Other than that, nigga, shit, nigga, you can't just walk up to no nigga like me, hollering about I want to talk. I don't want to talk to now some bitch, nigga. Hell no. I don't want to talk to a hoe. I don't want to talk to no bunch of niggas. Nigga got rings on his finger. Boy, that nigga hit me across my head, one of them rings, put that eye out.
Clearly, Charleston felt that what he did was appropriate for that situation. However, Soulja Boy felt that it was a cowardly move.
If I knew that you niggas was gonna get on the internet, talk all this gangster, all this crazy shit, and reach in your girl purse and start spraying pepper spray in the air, running while you like it's a trail, running with pepper spray. What the? You niggas so scared of me, y'all gotta pull out pepper spray out your purse, running with pepper spray. What the fuck?
But the whole thing didn't stop there. After their war of words online, Charleston said that he would be attempting to sue Soulja for what went down.
Not only am I pursuing lawsuit, I'm pursuing criminal charges as well. Yeah, I'm pursuing criminal charges.
On what precedents are you? Because you know,
I was attacked. I was attacked by Soulja Boy, and in response, I defended myself by macing him. Even though they didn't throw no punches at me, even though they didn't physically harm me, they psychologically traumatized me, they emotionally assaulted me, and they mentally attacked me.
It's unclear whether this was just another attempt to troll Soulja Boy, because he didn't exactly have a strong case. As a result, the rapper dismissed his claims in a statement to XXL saying, "There's no way that he can press charges. He's the one who started shooting pepper spray. No one threatened him, just laughed at him on live." Even if the plans for litigation were a joke, Charleston has claimed that the whole confrontation taught him a valuable lesson in ensuring that he's armed at all times, whether it's a gun or something non-lethal.
In my mind, homie, these niggas ain't paying me no mind. The Soulja Boys, the Jay-Z's, man, these people hear me. In my mind, they not paying me no attention.
Yeah.
Well, they are.
Facts.
Yeah, they are. And so that Soulja Boy incident really just showed me, man, you really need to tighten up. Cause that really could have went.
Could have went left.
Yeah, I could have got a good ass kicking.
When it came to beefing with Soulja Boy and his crew, Charleston seemed aware that he could have been in real danger. But there are other times where he doesn't respect his own opponent enough to ever hold back for a second. And there's maybe no clearer example of that than how he treats Bandman Kevo. While he was never a gang member, Bandman Kevo was never afraid of the criminal underworld. At one point, he even received a hefty sentence for credit card fraud before being released in 2019. But even though he claims to be the king of finessing, he's prone to making decisions that leave him open for ridicule, and Charleston has pounced at every opportunity. Known to have had an extensive cosmetic surgery to improve his physique, the first time Charleston began clowning Kevo came when he got Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos inked on his leg. This was a move which Charleston referred to as gay in a since deleted post. In response, Kevo hopped on Say Cheese TV and clapped back by flexing on him with his wealth as opposed to any real comeback.
As far as Charleston White, like I seen it on his page, but then I actually looked at Charleston White page and it was giving me like alcoholic crackhead vibes. Like it didn't. I was just like, no wonder why Charleston White has to like do what he does, because he needs some money. So if Charleston White needs a job, tell Charleston White to call me. You feel me? Because clearly what he's doing and speaking out, it didn't go nowhere and is not really making. He might as well just do another interview with you and try to like revert himself and try to turn it into some bread maybe, because it's not working. Like, I mean, I can go get, you want me to go get some money real quick and show Charleston White what he needs to be doing? Hold on, hold on, one minute, y'all. This is what Charleston White needs to be doing. If he do need a job, you know what I'm saying, I am hiring.
As much as he tried, this didn't get people back on his side. In fact, they only mocked the way that he had let Charleston get a rise out of him. One user, for example, wrote, "This man probably used to be made fun of a lot, you can tell. And the money is what he hides behind." But this was just the beginning of the conflicts between Kevo and White, because basically every time either man appeared on Say Cheese TV, Sean Cotton was happy to stir the pot. In one infamous rant, White clowned Kevo after learning that he has admitted to paying for sex.
He should be getting that to an allowance. I would much rather give my kids that $12,000 nigga than pay $12,000 for a night of pleasure. I don't love my dick that much. I don't love pleasure that much to get nobody $12,000, nigga. And all I get is a nut. That's a sucker to me. I don't care how much money you got, nigga, you a sucker. If you giving away that money for some, women don't respect tricks in no shape, form, or fashion. I don't give a damn how much money you give them. She would never have no respect for you as a man. I done watched the good nigga not give nothing and get everything. Man, I done watched the good nigga fuck his way to the top. Stingy, stealing, lying, doing every goddamn thing, not giving nothing but good. It's called good nigga benefits.
Rants like this one are what increased the tension between them, and Charleston has some harsh words for Bandman's manager, Big Folks, after he insulted both Charleston and his close friend, Dewberry.
Just tell me when and where. I'll fly Dewberry to me right now in a private jet. I'll put $10,000 in his pocket, take him to fast dish, we go shopping, and then I'll take him to the boxing ring, knock his ass out, and then I'll count 100,000, and then we'll go back to Texas and eat some good barbecue, because that's where it's at.
Big folk, I don't know him. Don't know nothing about him, didn't know who he was. I just know his teeth was protruding through that motherfucking polo shirt, and you can see his nipples. So I know the boy got some big old teeth.
As the bad blood continued to intensify, Bandman Kevo apparently slid into Charleston's DM during a workout to flex his physique. Charleston responded not with muscle, but an organ, and sent him an explicit picture.
I wake up one morning, this nigga all in my inbox. You know, with that styrofoam body flexing on me. So man, that nigga, he had these two things, they were big in a motherfucker. And he lifted it up. I said, oh man, this bitch wanna flex his muscles. And I was standing in the mirror looking at myself. I said, man, you can't, why you go compete with them muscles? Man, that nigga blowed up. I said, I'm gonna blow something up for a fucking ass. Yeah, I went to pulling on that dick. I know what to do. Yeah, I know what to send him. Yeah, he wanna show something, I got something to show too, nigga. Fuck you talking about you proud of your muscles? I'm proud of this law.
To date, nothing has ever really came of this feud besides a lot of mudslinging back and forth. At this point, it's basically just a case of whenever Kevo slips up, like claiming recently that he was 6'8", Charleston is there to put him in his place.
Man, keep it. Enough is enough. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and let you tell these people you standing no fucking 6'8", nigga, the way your thighs and your hips. Man, ain't nowhere in the world, nigga.
Rather than being anything too serious, the whole beef between Kevo and Charleston pretty much felt like a friendly roast. But the same can't be said for when he squared off with King Harris and his father T.I., because on that occasion, things got really dark. The story starts, like many of them do, with Charleston in his car on a live stream addressing his audience. Following the news of T.I.'s son, King Harris, and Boosie's kid, Tootie Raw, getting in a little scrape with the law, White decided to poke fun at them, specifically King Harris, over his appearance.
He don't look nothing like that T.I. boy. That boy T.I. boy done put that blonde shit on this mother. Yeah, he damn near look like curly hair on Howard the Duck. A platypus mouth, boy. That boy looks long in the mother.
If you're not familiar with T.I.'s son King Harris, just know that he's basically a hip-hop nepo baby who likes to pretend that he was raised in the same Bankhead streets as his father instead of the gated community where he was actually raised. Still, he decided to hop on live and suggest that he would be putting a beating on Charleston for his disrespect.
Boy, Charleston White, you was a bitch, boy. Man, we was about to whoop your ass when you come back down here from telling. Your ass, I can see you had a soft upbringing.
As usual, Charleston didn't take kindly to the threats and suggested that if King tried anything, he would be happy to off him on the spot.
Yeah, that nigga T.I. son say, nigga, I'll whoop your old ass. Now T.I., you raising these kind of little yellow motherfuckers. You got a yellow motherfucker, look how your son look, talking about he'll jump on a 50-something-year-old nigga. Yo boy, hey, so T.I., them the kind of boys you got? Say T.I., listen, if your boy jump on me, y'all will bury that yellow motherfucker. I shoot right in his goddamn throat. Look, I wish an 18, 19-year-old nigga would jump on me. Boy, I Trayvon Martin, that little motherfucker. I swear to...
No matter who you are or what you've got to lose, someone claiming that they would kill your son in cold blood isn't really something you can ignore. So T.I. would hop online to let Charleston know that he shouldn't play with his kid's name.
I ain't on no gangster shit, nigga. I'm a father, I'm a businessman, nigga, and I'm a leader. All right? So ultimately, if you got something to say about me or mine, my nigga, then just come to me. Whatever you got to say about me or mine, just come to me, nigga. Just pull up on me, say whatever you want to say, and if you walk away and don't nothing happen, you won. You be the rawest motherfucker, and you can go and talk all your internet talk. That nigga keep my children name out your mother mouth, nigga, before something bad happens. That's not a threat. I just don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. But people would die about their children, and people willing to go to prison about their children. Stop. That's a suggestion.
After that stern warning, T.I. wasn't done, and insisted that he should come to handle this beef with him if he really wanted to say something.
Whatever man can fix his face to talk shit about a kid, bruh, use a whole ass nigga. Nigga, come deal with the daddy. Come deal with the daddy, man. Cause when the daddy get to getting on your ass, you ain't gonna do nothing but hit 911 and wait on the one to come to follow behind. Nigga, if you don't want no problem, what you keep on kicking up dust for?
But in classic fashion, Charleston wouldn't walk back his comments. And after the two allegedly hopped on the phone to try and end the smoke, White let the world know that he didn't give T.I. any more respect than he had online.
If I ain't no comedian, then handle it like I ain't no comedian then. You ain't dictating nothing, not this conversation. I'm the big dog talking. You the one trying to get understanding, right, daddy? Well, guess what? I ain't trying to get now nor give a one, so fuck you and your tip. That's exactly what I just told her on the phone.
After that explosive encounter, the beef seemed to simmer down, and so Charleston decided to step back into the ring. Without any prompting at all, Charleston waded into an argument between King and T.I. that went viral online, advocating for the Grand Hustle CEO to whip his son once and for all.
I told T.I. God damn it, I told T.I. he should have kicked that boy ass when last year. If T.I. would have kicked that boy ass last year, that boy wouldn't have had to jack him up today. Yeah, that boy showing out at the Falcon game, embarrassing the family. This is the that King, little ugly ass. Oh, that boy got a big mouth on him.
Unlike some of the people that Charleston has tangled with, T.I. is really prepared to stand on business. But that's clearly not enough to scare White, if his beef with J Prince of all people is anything to go by. As the owner of Rap-A-Lot Records, J Prince has become one of the most feared individuals in hip-hop. He rules his native Houston with an iron fist, commanding respect from just about everyone, as his Mob Ties crew ensures that everyone who comes into their town checks in accordingly. Everyone except, of course, Charleston White, who has been dissing J Prince since he first began doing interviews. Anytime that Prince's name came up, his fellow Texan insisted that they had no sway in his hometown of Dallas, and that they contributed nothing to their community.
Nah, homie, them niggas only big down now. Mob ties don't exist up here, because when the police keep some words mob ties. When we need murder solved in the community and these niggas keep babies, where is mob ties? When the women is getting beat and where is mob ties, homie? Nigga, mob ties, nigga. Them niggas don't do a goddamn thing. We don't give about no J Prince, nigga. Stay his ass in Houston. Him and his boys.
Things progressed like this for years, without Prince ever dignifying it with a response. And when he did retaliate, he decided to hit Charleston in his pockets by ensuring that a comedy date that White had in Houston got canceled after he had already got there. This, unsurprisingly, prompted White to go on a major rant.
It's done been confirmed. James Prince run Houston. The mayor and the Houston Police Department say that they are getting calls that Charleston White is going to be speaking at the event. James Prince. Houston Police Department sound like a bunch of pussies to me. I see why Rap-A-Lot run that. No wonder they mob ties. No wonder everybody got to check in, y'all. Now I'm checking in with the police department. Police department told me, hey man, you got a problem with Mr. James Prince. We don't want no problem. The city of the mayor's office called and said, hey, Mr. Charleston, we hear you got a problem with James Prince. Man, we scared of him. I swear to God, y'all, I just got the call from the Houston's mayor's office and the gang unit police department in Houston, Texas. They are scared of Rap-A-Lot.
After leveling these tough accusations at the local law enforcement, Charleston insisted that even if they were frightened of him, he evidently wasn't. In fact, he was ready for all-out war.
Average PD, sucking pigs, y'all some fucking cowards. Man, let me get my goddamn guns and go to the goddamn gun range. This is what I got for Rap-A-Lot Records. I got a whole bunch of goddamn motherfucking guns for Rap-A-Lot. But now the police, y'all some...
Once things calmed down, it was alleged that Prince reached out to ask Charleston for a sit-down. But he rejected that outright and has continued to diss him every time someone puts a mic in front of his face.
I'm saying, fuck James Prince. Fuck James Prince Jr. Rap-A-Lot. They ain't number bullies. A bunch of goddamn bullies, nigga. So them niggas. I'm one little bitty nigga. And I'm saying, James Prince, who give a about his opinion? Nigga, talk to these ass sons of yours. But we don't want to hear from you. We ain't had no daddy. We ain't had no granddaddy. A Rap-A-Lot Records music owner. He's a music label. He ain't no mob boss.
When it comes to Jay Prince, Charleston has made it clear that he doesn't respect his alleged stature as a major player in the underworld. But whatever distaste he has for the Rap-A-Lot Records owner pales in comparison to how he feels about Sexy Red. Throughout his career, Charleston has claimed that he's against anything which might be damaging to the kids in his neighborhood. And after being exposed to her music, Charleston decided that the Pound Town rapper fit that bill. He even implied that she was sent specifically to destroy her fans.
She's delivering a spirit amongst young girls. She's introducing, we've had a gangster spirit. The gangster spirit damn near wiped the young black males out. This spirit is fit to do a number on the black girls. And I already got the boys. They never had focus on black girls before.
But he wasn't done with his critiques of her, as he went on to suggest that she was harmful to the community by promoting a perception that black women are hypersexual beings. In turn, he believes that this will dehumanize them.
Because of the imagery of Sexy Red, we're gonna start back seeing white boys getting drunk, getting their trucks, going back into the black community, snatching up the Sexy Red looking black girl, booking one prostitute for a Sexy Red. It's finna get ugly on me for the black girl. So the black girl finna start being raped more. She finna start being publicly brutalized like the woman who was hit in the head with the rock. All of this imagery makes it easy for a black woman to get hit in the head with a rock and we all stand around and look at it. Because she's being demeaned. She's being degraded in such a way, you'll start spitting on her. Turning that up, putting your head to the ground, making your ass to the world. Man, listen, black girls are gonna start being at a rate that you guys have not seen like no other because of the image.
Exposure to Sexy Red hasn't been a recurring issue for Charleston, as sometimes she pops up when he least expects it, including his car stereo.
Bitch, you lying to me, oh. You know I swear they been like a last lying to me, they got this shit on the radio? Yeah, I cut on the fucking radio, guess who I heard? That ski you? That riding little dirty leg motherfucker. Yeah, them people know the kids can't read and write too much no more, so they give them this kind of music. Ski you.
He even suggested that she had an STD on Instagram, where he said, "I ain't lied yet. Keep eating that brown hole and f***ing raw." Surprisingly, the usually outspoken Red hasn't responded to any of his disses, but it's clear that he still feels she is poisonous to the youth, and will take any opportunity to remind the public of that fact.
Sexy Red. Whole. Yeah, stomp down dirty leg.
Because of the content of her music, Charleston feels that she could be damaging to the moral fabric of the black community. And while they're cooler now, he used to feel the same way about none other than Lil Yachty. As a self-described conservative, Charleston is wary of anything that goes against those values. So when he heard that Lil Boat had launched a range of nail polishes, he didn't hesitate to go off.
Most of them don't fuck too. Ain't no man that ain't never took no ain't put no nail polish on. You think ain't nowhere in the history from John Wayne to John McCain. Nigga, can you find no man that done put nail polish on his fingers and he stand up and piss and shake his dick, put it back in his drawer, and don't wash his hands with no nail polish on. Yeah, them the nigga wash their hands after they pee. Yeah, them the kind of men them is. Them nigga got nail polish on their hand, they go pee in a public urinal and they wash their hands after they pee. Yeah, I don't want no part of no Lil Yachty. And if I catch my boy listening to Lil Yachty, we go sit down and have a long discussion.
At the time, this didn't get any response from Yachty. And what's even more surprising is that it seems like he might actually be a fan of Charleston's, as he recently had him make an appearance on his A Safe Place podcast. But even when he was invited onto his platform as a guest, he had no issue calling Yachty out on his bullshit. First, he refuted Yachty's claim that the youth has more resources to get out of the streets these days.
Starvation statistics in America, more kids will go hungry in America than anywhere in the world. More kids are eating at school than they are at home. I don't know what resources you talking about more kids have. But see, you speaking from social media.
Right, that's all I can speak on.
The community, the schools, the kids, the things that I'm saying, I'm bringing from the bottom to y'all up here. You
saying, well, homie, most kids don't have resources.
Well, I'm just speaking on a social
media,
problem.
Because social media is a facade.
Later, Charleston let it be known that he believed that Yachty has no idea what the average black person in America goes through anymore.
How long you been rich, nigga?
8 years.
You've lost touch with reality. Now you can kind of understand, or you see where my frustration come from when I come to the internet. When I just buried a 15-year-old kid talking like the dead rapper. And come to find out, everybody who look like they got money on social media, ain't nobody got no money.
Right.
The solution is the man in the mirror. You become the change you want to see.
Clearly, Charleston doesn't think much of Yachty's contribution to culture or his community. But that's where things get a little complicated when it comes to White's views on the late great Nipsey Hussle. Unlike any of the other rappers or industry figures on this list, Charleston clearly had respect for Nipsey. Or to be more specific, the man he was away from the microphone who actively strived to uplift his native Crenshaw. And when he was gunned down by Eric Holder, he even went to the funeral.
Everybody who was in arena stands was there for Nipsey. I sat behind the family. They was there for Aramis. When I heard Aramis' mother speak, she never said Nipsey. When I heard Lauren London's and Lil Wayne's son talk about the dream that he had about Aramis after Aramis died, no one never said Nip. So while these people faking like they love Nipsey, the family is down there grieving and mourning Aramis. I said, man, Nip. Nip didn't have the heart that Aramis had. Aramis is the one that built up Crenshaw, Slauson Boulevard.
But with all that said, Charleston is a man who refuses to glamorize gangbangers. So because Nipsey was a member of the Rolling 60 Crips, he wasn't spared Charleston's wrath either. And when talking about his death, he did so in typically insensitive fashion.
And every man and every male that honors that gang rule is a coward. Nipsey Hussle was a coward. Eric Holder was a coward. The people around Nipsey Hussle when he died was a coward. Remember, boys and girls, did nobody jump in front of that bullet for Nip? Go back and watch the video. They all took out running. Cowboy didn't run over there. Did nobody chase after that nigga? Did nobody chase after Eric Holder? That nigga came back and kicked Nip in the head. That nigga came back and kicked Nipsey in the head, homie. Did nobody chase that nigga down? Did nobody in the hood went to getting on the phone and say, man, that nigga went this way? Did nobody? No. They went and killed one of his innocent family members. Them niggas cowards, homie.
Considering how beloved Nipsey is in LA, these comments put a target on his back. And it only seemed like a matter of time till he was pressed for them. The altercation eventually came out in LA when Charleston was at a press conference for a boxing match he was supposed to take part in, before pepper spraying his opponent at the face-off. The same day, he was confronted outside by some people who insisted that he should keep Nip's name out of his mouth. And once again, he didn't hesitate to temporarily blind them.
Keep Nip's name out your mouth. Who's name? Nip. Yeah. So what? Do something about it.
Hold on.
Do something about it. Watch out, work. Oh, put that on the
Oh, why you spraying? Why you spraying?
Whatever you may think of the man known as Charleston White, it's obvious that the man doesn't live in fear and practice what he preaches when it comes to these gangster rappers. As he always says, he's a man who can't be silenced unless you punch him or kill him. And if he's lucky enough to outrun every enemy he's made along the way, he'll live to be an old man and continue to dish out his unique brand of criticism to rappers for as long as it still gets under their skin. And if his track record is anything to go by, that won't change anytime in the near future. As always, it's your boy Louaista, and I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.